Yeah, Jay Prince coming at you live and in living color, and you're watching GMT Boxing.
All right, y'all, this is your boy Slick 50 with GMT Boxing. You see the man, the myth, the legend on the screen, Mr. Jay Prince. How you doing, sir?
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
All right, we doing well. We doing well. Just got a little bit of questions, you know what I mean? My personal question is, we know you for rap, you know what I'm saying? UGK, Ghetto Boys, you know what I mean? Legendary status. What made you want to transition from that to boxing?
Well, boxing was always my first love. You know, I tell everybody I got distracted with the music game, and it turned out to be a good distraction for me. But boxing was always my first love. You know, I feel like it's the most exciting sport in the world. And, you know, I used to want to be a boxer as well. You know what I mean? I'm from a hood in Houston called Fifth Ward, and I never had access to a boxing gym. I always wanted to have access to one to be able to fight. So I always promised myself, I said, if I ever make it, you know what I mean, where I could, you know, run across a decent amount of money, I'm gonna build a boxing gym in the hood. And I was able to accommodate that, man. After I built my boxing gym and got everything set up, you know, I found myself falling in love with the sport all over again.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Now, your first champion, correct me if I'm wrong, was it Roy Jones?
No, my first champion was Mayweather. Yeah, Mayweather. You know, I always been a guy, everything that I wanted to accomplish in life, I would pray about it. So when I got ready to pursue my goals in boxing, I prayed for a champion, but I had Mike Tyson in mind. So, you know, I set up a meeting with Mike Tyson. He accepted the meeting, and I went to Las Vegas to meet with Mike Tyson. And, you know, I walked in the gym, I was mesmerized because I never saw Mike Tyson spar in person. I'm normally seeing him fight, you know, on the screen, on TV. So I walked in his gym, and there he is, live and in living color, throwing leather. And I'm just like watching, you know, because they was going at it. And in the midst of watching Mike Tyson, Mayweather, you know, walked in the gym, and, you know, he kept coming over to me, yo Jay, you know, I'm from Mayweather, man. I'm hip to rap a lot, woo, woo, woo. And I didn't know, you know what I mean? I didn't even know who Mayweather was. So, you know, I focused back on Tyson. So, bam, he came by again. Yo, Jay, you want to do something tonight, man? I'm going to give you my number. When I call me, I'll come pick you up. So, bam, you know what I mean? I took his number, went to Tyson house afterwards, me and Mike, you know what I mean, kick game, and Mike got his ex-wife on the phone, and I felt like I was on the management team. I left there happy and woke up the next day and reached out trying to reach Mike and couldn't reach Mike. You know what I mean? They had cut the numbers off on me. So I asked my friend, I said, who number this is, man, this kid that gave me his number? He said, that's Floyd Mayweather, the 130-pound champion. So I'm like, damn. Red light went off in my head. I said, I prayed for a champion. So bam, long story short, man, I reached back out to Florida, and we had a deal like in less than 2 weeks.
Okay. Never knew that, man. Big deal. Now everybody know that you're big on loyalty and respect. Yeah. Being that boxing is such a vicious game, how do they both correlate with you?
Oh, you know, it's an interesting correlation with boxing and the music industry. Also, the two businesses is they are two cutthroat businesses. You know what I mean? So me being conditioned in the music world, you know, I felt right at home when I got into boxing. You know what I mean? But one of the ways that I guess at the top of the list correlation would be rappers from the hood, fighters from the hood.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you know, I'm dealing with my people. You know, who I know, who I'm one of. You know what I mean? We all started at the bottom, had to figure out how to turn nothing into something, and make these sacrifices to become who we became. So, you know, there's a lot of things that we can relate to with one another's concerned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now with the Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring fight, how do you see it? We know you see Shakur winning, but how do you see it playing out? Do you see it straight domination, or do you see it as a chess match?
You know, when a fighter becomes champion, you know, there's a certain amount of respect you have to have for him. But in my mind, I see Shakur Stevenson stopping him. You know what I mean? Somewhere in the latter half of the fight or whenever it takes place. You know what I mean? I think that's the way I see it out of my set of eyes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? From observing him in training camp, you know, watching how he has equipped himself and made the sacrifices, you know, but, you know, tomorrow's a new day and we have to see what Jamel have to say about that.
Right.
He's going to have something to say about it. Yeah.
All right, man. Being that, you know, your business is small, you to be big and climbing, what type of advice could you give people starting out that's small and trying to reach your level?
To enjoy that journey. You know what I mean? It's important to not get over anxious and not enjoy that journey that shape and mold your character to who you're gonna become. You know, along that journey from here to there, that in between is so important. You know what I mean? It's almost like, if we put it in a fighter's terminology, it's that conditioning phase until fight night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those sacrifices, those, you know, that the blood, sweat, and tears,
Right.
all of that is conditioning and will shape and mold you for fight night, for championship night. So along that journey, whatever that journey may be, figure out how to recognize what it is and not be defeated before the fight comes. You know, because a lot of times people quit and give up along the journey. The journey is only conditioning. You know what I mean? The Creator said He won't put no more on us than we can bear.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, a lot of people, they do all kinds of things where quitting is concerned. You know, some people commit suicide, you know, which is a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
There you go.
So, you know, I always advise everybody, man, because even I felt like it. You know what I mean? It's only human to feel like quitting. You know what I mean? You have bad days, different things don't, you know, surprises don't go accordingly, and you be like, damn. Now look at me in the music industry, for example. In my mind, I'm like, oh, within a year or two in this game, I'm gonna be rich. 7 years passed by. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn. You know, when is it gonna come?
Right.
So a lot of times you have to have a made up mind without wrapping time around and say, oh, I'm gonna make this game pay me. And that's the mentality that I had. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make this game, you're gonna pay me before I release you.
All right.
And therefore, you know, the whole game changed when you have a made up mind about whatever it is you're trying to accomplish.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Prince, we thank you, man, for your time. Hey, this is one for the age, especially for me.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all having me, man.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
All good.